Hey, little gay boys and girls and fag hags, and straight boys who sneak and watch my videos and love me too, yes. Happy New Year. We're here discussing an issue today that is often overlooked. We're talking about gay youth homelessness. A lot of gay youth do face the issue due to rejection from families and other issues, and they face quite a few dilemmas, often not faced by young heterosexual youth. So today I have someone who is wonderful enough to come here and share his story with you all about being a gay homeless youth. I'd like for you to meet Johnny.
Hi, how you doing now?
Yes, thank you for coming on.
Oh, you're welcome, no problem.
I'm so glad that you came on and are willing to be open and honest about your experiences and share them with the viewers.
Sure.
I guess tell us a little bit about what it has been like being a gay homeless youth.
Well, what it's been like being a gay homeless youth is it's hard and it's a struggle. It's not that easy, and it's hard because at the same time, being a gay homeless youth or whatever. I mean, it's agencies out there and stuff like that, but it's like so much that the agency can do and stuff like that. When you have to wait on this, you have to wait on that. So I mean, I can say that it's not that easy.
And it being not that easy, what has been the biggest challenge of being a gay homeless youth?
The biggest challenge of being a gay homeless youth is trying to find housing. Trying to find housing where you can get into right away, where you don't have to wait and stuff like that, or you're not on a waiting list. And just trying to get people to know that you're trying to make it, you're trying to make your life better and stuff like that.
Okay, and in doing that, I guess, have you ever been in any programs where you faced any sort of discrimination or that type of thing?
Yes, I have been in some programs where you do face discrimination, where people do look at you a little bit differently, and where people think that just because you're gay and whatever, or you're homosexual, that you just want to screw any man that you can see and stuff like that, or you just want to sleep with any man that you want to.
Exactly, and that's going to be another topic because I get tired of you straight boys sitting there talking about it just because we gay. We want y'all. Don't nobody want y'all stanky balls, but that's another topic. We're not going to get into that right now.
No, we're not.
So, tell us, I guess, you were living with your mother, right?
Yes, I was living with my mother.
And that's the house that you were evicted from, expelled from, and it was definitely because of your sexuality. What was it like coming out to your mother?
Coming out to my mom was hard because she really didn't understand. She comes from Haiti, and Haiti is abomination, and they don't accept it. So it's not right, it's not approved. So coming out to my mom was not that easy. I tried to tell her in a nice, calm way and stuff like that, but she just acted like it was just a phase that I was going through, and I didn't know what I was talking about.
So, in acting like it was a phase, like basically it's just you weren't able to sit down with her and talk to her about...
No, and that talk to her where she can respond back and say, okay, you're a homosexual, I'm fine with that, I'm good with that, and that's okay. And I'm still going to love you as my child.
When did it come to a point that she expelled you from the house?
It came to a point when I decided and whatever and stuff like that, that I packed my bags and whatever, and I was leaving because I couldn't take being at home because she couldn't take the homosexuality and stuff like that, me being gay. She told me the day that I came back to get my rest of the stuff, she wouldn't let me inside the house, and she wouldn't let me get the stuff. She told me that I wasn't welcome back and whatever, and I'm not getting my stuff. So they had to call the police and whatever. I didn't get my stuff that day and whatever and stuff like that. So the police would say you have to leave, so I left.
Well, for you to want to leave home, and I'm pretty sure you really didn't want to leave home, I'm pretty sure there had to be a series of events that occurred other than you not being able to be open. What was the most significant event that was the most damaging to your self-esteem and ability to be there?
It was one day when one of my friends came over, and she's transgender. I went upstairs dressed like to put on girl clothes and whatever. Came downstairs, we were sitting on the bed, and my mom busted the door. She told my friend to get the fuck out. She was like, you don't belong here, and get the shit out of my house and stuff like that. And she was going off on her, and the ex-husband was like, we need to get the shit out because I'm going to call the police. So my mom was like, y'all had sex, didn't y'all? I said, no, we didn't. But she thought others. She thought we did have sex and stuff like that. But it was so many times like I rolled up the sheets and I wanted to pack my bag and I wanted to leave and just leave. But at the same time, I was like, I don't have this and I don't have that. I don't have nothing planned. So if I go out there, then I get in some mess or whatever I'm not going to be able to get out of. And I did, prostitute and stuff like that. I did ask guys for money when I would have sex with them and stuff like that, and I would lie to my mom and say I was going to the library, but I didn't. And sometimes I just had sex with guys. It didn't involve money and whatever and stuff like that. It was just for me to get the pain and the void out of what I was going through at home.
Right, so you say that basically you had to prostitute, and it was basically because you had no support system.
No, because at that time I didn't have a job or whatever, and my mom didn't give me a lot of money and stuff like that. She probably only gave me she gave me $1, and it's like every time when I ask her for money, it's always, oh no, it's for you to smoke weed, or it's for you to give to your friends so you can smoke weed. I ain't giving it to you. And I tried to tell her, no, I don't smoke it, and it wasn't for that. It was just money for me, just for stuff that I need, but she wouldn't give it to me.
So she basically associated you being gay with a deviant lifestyle, basically.
Yes.
Okay, so you left the house. Where did you go when you left?
When I left and stuff like that, I went to my aunt's house, which is the person that's a friend of the family. I stayed with them and stuff like that. She thought of me as her own son, so I stayed with them. My mom got mad, got upset, and she called the police. She would call every single time. She came over one time and stuff like that. So she wasn't happy about that. So since she wasn't happy about that, it took a while to just, we had to get a restraining order. So when we got the restraining order.
Against your mom?
Yeah, against my mom. My mom said she wouldn't call no more and stuff like that, or she wouldn't come over to the apartment, so we got the restraining order, and she stayed away. And then,
So you two definitely had a very turbulent relationship.
Yeah.
In addition to the relationship that you had with your stepfather, which was not positive either.
No.
Okay, so you moved in with your aunt, and from what you had told me, you said that eventually you had to leave there too. What was the occurrence?
I told my aunt I had HIV. My aunt was very upset and very mad. She didn't like it. She told me that I was being selfish because I had sex without a condom. I was thinking about myself, and I didn't think about the thing that would affect most people that were around me or impact people or whatever. So she said I was being selfish. She said it was my fault and stuff like that. So she was like, I wasn't thinking about them. I was thinking about me, and that's about it. So she didn't take it very well because she had a friend that died from HIV. She didn't find out until she went to the funeral. The friend never told her. And it was hard for her. And then it was felt like she got let down and stuff like that. Or she didn't work as hard enough to keep me from getting HIV.
Well, it seems like, if that was the case, it seems like to me that she should have stepped up and said, well, I have a friend who died from this. And, possibly he didn't tell me this because he was ashamed or because of the stigma of it. And it seems like she should have stepped up to help you. And that's something that more, especially in our families, African American families especially, need to be supportive of their family members who do have HIV, and are, need to be educated about different things. So she put you out for having HIV, basically.
Yeah, because her brother was supposed to take the rent and whatever half, and we was going to pay half, me and my sister. But her brother reneged on the deal or whatever, so my aunt already had leased the place and gave it up, so she was like, you need to find somewhere to go. She wanted me to come down to North Carolina, but she was like, at the same time, you have to have a car, you got to drive this place, that place, when you have HIV. The places are longer and stuff like that, so she was like, I don't know what you're going to do. So she came back up to pack up the stuff and put everything in boxes. She told me about an Autumn Watson's house, and Autumn Watson's house was saying that they was opening a new youth house, and they wanted to make sure that they got people in there that were that were homosexuals and stuff like that, or transgender and stuff like that. So I went down there, filled out the application. We get back later that we got accepted, me and my sister, play sister. We got accepted and I moved in there. My aunt still packed up the stuff and went down to North Carolina. For me, it was hard because I had HIV. I was dealing with everything by myself. And it's like that place that I can go to knowing that everything will be okay. And there's so many roomies. I couldn't go to that place no more because that place was gone.
So it's basically like having a rug pulled out from up under you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got into the youth homeless shelter.
Yeah.
And when you got there, how did that help you to rebound?
It helped me a lot because they gave me a time so where I can get myself together, where I could do the stuff that I need to get myself together, and I could just be where I needed to be, but I also have a place to lay my head down and stuff like that and be comfortable and not have to worry about anything. So that helped me a lot, and it helps me to achieve my goals and stuff like that. So It did help me a lot. It was very positive and stuff. The people were very nice, kind-hearted. If you had a hard time doing with something, or you had to need something, or you had to deal with something that was too hard, they were there to almost step in. And I really had a bond, relationship with some of them and stuff like that. So it was also cool. So Autumn Wassell's house was cool.
Okay, so how old were you when this journey first started, when you first became homeless?
I probably was I'd say about 17 or 18.
So this was definitely, and it was definitely, and this has been going on for like the last 6 years, basically.
Yeah, because when I was staying with my mom and her ex-husband, one time her ex-husband put us out and whatever, and me and my mom was wandering trying to find somewhere to go. We did end up finding somewhere to go, but we had to leave there because the person wouldn't let us stay for a long period of time because the person was adopting a child. And they didn't want to, have that because the foster people didn't know who we were. So that's when we went back to the house and whatever, our house and stuff like that, and we ended up moving in go back to our house to stay with, our ex-boyfriend and stuff like that. So we went back home.
Well, there is a limitation to the stay at gay youth homeless shelters at some of them.
I mean, you age out the program at 24, yes, you're right. So when I aged out at 24, I went to Damien's house. When I went to Damien's house, it was a temporary thing all over again. I couldn't stay there long.
Right.
So.
Now this particular place that you were telling me about, they don't have a focus on the gay and lesbian community. Was there any discrimination that you faced in any of those programs?
I did face discrimination in the programs and stuff like that, but it wasn't at Damien's house and stuff like that. It wasn't at Oswald's house. It was at Greenville Teller Street. 'Cause it's like when I moved into one of the apartments or kind of my apartment and stuff like that, and the roommate that I have, he had pictures of women that were naked and whatever and stuff like that and I mean they kind of like threw me off or whatever because I didn't understand how you have naked women.
Trust me, I don't like seeing it either, honey. Okay.
It was, and then the same thing about it is he really didn't like the gay lifestyle and stuff like that. It was always, don't be coming on my bed, or don't bring no man inside the bed and the room and stuff
so
like that.
So you shared a room, basically.
Yeah. When I moved into, it's called Woodley House. When I moved into Woodley House, it is a shared apartment. So I shared a room or whatever and stuff like that. And it's just, it's a certain stuff that when people know you're gay, they tolerate it.
They respond differently.
Yeah, they're not like the same, and they like with the straight boys where they be like, hey dog, how you doing, all that stuff, is your day doing good?
Well, what you gotta do is you gotta go in there as a gay man and be like, yeah baby, how you doing? Like you gotta give them some of that, okay, to let them know, okay, because we are here, okay? Yeah. So what strides have you had to make to alleviate the homelessness? Like what strides are you making now to pursue a better life for yourself?
Well, right now I'm working at Giant in Pawtucket, Berlin, but I had to go through Clubhouse and whatever, and I had to do the job coach, and I had to wait for a job and stuff like that. I had to be on the list, and I remember one time I finally got the job or whatever, but when I went out there, the supervisor wasn't there. The supervisor went on vacation.
But eventually, like, you were able to follow up and get the job. What about your health? Like, how are you taking care of yourself?
Physically, I am okay. Physically, I'm okay with my HIV, but emotionally, sometimes it's hard because I go through the grieving stages. Like I am going right now through. Sometimes it's hard because I still remember the day where I sat in the chair and I thought I would never be there. And it's kind of hard because I still remember when I told one person that I did have HIV, they threw it back in my face and as a rejection. So, emotionally it's hard because I'm still, dealing with it. So, it's still hard because sometimes I feel like I don't want it, and I feel like it has altered my life and it has changed everything around for the better, but sometimes I feel like it's not for the better, for the worse. And, it's just hard for me, basically.
And how is your relationship now with your mother?
It's still the same. We still don't talk, we still don't bond, we still don't really talk. I barely go see her. And it's kind of hard because it's like I want that mother, to be there when she should have been there. I wanted that mother to hold me when I needed to hold her, for her to hold me. And it's like all the years and stuff like that, she never did it and stuff like that. And it was like she always thought of the man and put them before me when I'm a child, I'm a flesh and blood. And it's like she used to put me in awkward situations that I couldn't stand. I didn't understand why did you do that. And it was all sorry and apologies.
And well, with all that going on, because you definitely are a very strong person to still be sitting here, how are you challenging yourself to continue to grow and be the best person you can be?
Mostly it's with church, because with church it's like a filling station.
And you go to an affirming church that is accepting. That's very important.
Very accepting and stuff like that. They are very wonderful. They treat me like I was their own daughter.
Daughter, I know that's right. Yes.
So they treat me like I'm their own daughter. They have been there for me through thick and thin, and they have done so much for me. And Unity Fellowship Church is a good church to go to, because it's not only the church to go to, because they show you love and they're always there for you in the nick of time. And whenever you need them, they're always right there. And as a pastor, and like when she preaches, she don't have to talk to you to know what's going on, but it's like when she preaches, she's speaking to you because she's talking to you about stuff that you're going through right then and there. She's like giving you advice and stuff through her words and stuff like that. And I mean, it's just beautiful. And the choir is off the hook. They sing the most wonderful songs. They're always on target, on beat and stuff like that. Rocky does a wonderful job as far as directing. He comes up with some good songs that make you want to cry and bust down and just start crying. And I mean, the church it's beautiful, and it's, you know, we have service at 11 o'clock and stuff like that.
Yes, you let him plug that church. I love a Jehovah's Witness. He's not a Jehovah's Witness, so I just had to do that. Okay, and you're taking care of yourself health-wise. You're eating the right foods and, you know, getting to sleep on time and all that type of stuff. Well, that's very important.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming on and talking about this, because there are a lot of youth who face this situation. And we need, as a community, to step up and address this situation. We need to educate families about this situation, and we need to encourage people who are facing these issues that to continue to have faith and continue to live and be strong, and to, you know, love themselves is most important, to continue to go about life, you know, knowing that everything is going to be okay. And although it doesn't look like it, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I want to thank you for being a strong Black gay youth. I want to thank you for coming on, sharing your story. And you are an inspiration to even somebody like me. You are an inspiration to so many people, and this is very important that you came on and shared your story. And I need to get some sleep myself, because I've been busy on the road. I hope to see y'all at one of the shows, and we will be talking about some more topics. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. You're welcome, honey. No problem. No problem.
Yes.
No problem.
And thank you for watching. So please subscribe, comment, tell your friends what we're doing here. And go about creating change in our community. Tell our stories. Love yourselves. Change is inevitable. Everything is going to be all right. Bye, babies.
Bye, honeys. See you later.